I be choking. That's what I be doing.
That's what I be doing.
I be choking to the east, man. This is based on a novel from the writer of one of my favorite movies, Fight Club.
Yeah.
What's that dude's name?
Chuck Palahniuk.
Oh, okay.
Palahniuk?
I thought that.
Palahniuk.
Palahniuk.
Yeah. I think that's
Like Mama Luke,
Palahniuk,
like the Mama Luke Goodyear.
Luke, yeah.
I love the way you were just so sure of yourself. Chuck Palahniuk. And you're like,
I'm not sure he's right.
I bet you.
okay.
I bet you. Oh, that's his
I bet
science.
you $2. Chuck Palahniuk.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Chuck colostomy bag.
Chuck P. That's how
Chuck P.
Yeah, Chucky
P.
Yeah.
No, so this is, man, needless to say, this is kind of a fucked up movie if you know about this writer. I mean, that's all you can say about it.
Well, clearly that's all his books are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a good way, in the best way possible. I mean, this book is like, it's it's not Fight Club, and at the same time, it kind of is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's the same kind of deal where you start off with one premise, and there's 2 or 3 more thrown in. You got a main character who's narrating it. There's sex involved. There's things turn out to be not what they seem, and all this with a real veneer of just something really dirty behind all of it.
Oh, this
Underneath
is
it
nasty,
all.
boy.
Yeah.
This is about a dude who, first of all, there's a lot of things going on in this movie. No, who is it that is the
Okay,
star
Sam
of the movie?
Rockwell is his main star.
Yeah, Sam Rockwell plays a man who has a scam going where he goes to a restaurant and he chokes on a piece of food and he bonds with the person that saves him. And pretty much, now you tell me if I'm wrong, Leon, but that person feels kind of obligated to be a protector of this person now. It's a syndrome, right?
Well, it's based on an old Chinese proverb that if you save a life, you're responsible for that life.
Oh, so.
Yes,
go.
Confucius say.
Ching chong chong.
Because, with 1 billion people in China, that's a huge responsibility. But it's also a good chance, all you got to do is stumble and have somebody save you, and you can go, whew, okay, I'm off the hook now.
Yeah, shit. Karma served.
Yeah, hey, that's one way of scamming people.
Yeah.
It's so. I mean, but in the movie, like I think he's really choking. Like he.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like if you don't save him, it's like you messed up. Like messing up might mean you might die. So you got to really you got to be committed to this scam.
Now, on top of his choking scam, he's also a sex addict who goes to these therapy sessions, sort of like an AA, like
Yeah.
David Duchovny's Anonymous kind of deal. Just like Edward Norton's character was going to his cancer survivors, meetings, and so
that's very smart and wise thing to do because I actually read part of the book, and when I came to that part, I'm like, I should try that.
So what? You just go roll in there?
Right? Yeah. Just kind of like rub up against somebody's leg, and they're all screwed up anyway, so they don't care as long as they get to rub up.
Well, that's
against
true.
something,
You know
right?
what? With all those dildo attachments you got, all you got to do is
Exactly.
roll up to some chick's leg and start vibrating.
Now
And
you're thinking.
she'll get the idea on her own.
Hey, baby.
That's right. You can't resist.
Yeah, man. So-
Vibro mode.
No, it's he goes to these therapy sessions and he pretty much he's not really going. He supports somebody, right? He's like
Well,
somebody.
he's a sponsor.
Sponsor, yeah.
He sponsors his best friend.
sponsored like a crackhead.
But I mean, they're both sex addicts. His best friend can't stop jacking off, and he can't stop having sex with women. And let's see, another leg to the plot here. Whew.
That's
Well,
not
let me
enough
stop you. These are problems?
for somebody, I guess. I mean,
Wow.
going to a sex addicts meeting, that's like going to a party for me. You see me coming to a sex addicts meeting like with punch in my hand, hey, with a party hat on. Hey, everybody ready? I don't have any pants on when I walk in.
It's like,
Hey.
all you guys need to go to these meetings, apparently.
That's what I'm thinking, man.
Well,
all of us, you should come with us.
Certainly.
Yeah, I mean, dude, you are kind of like Willem Dafoe and and was that movie with Bob Crane?
Focus something.
Yeah, autofocus.
Autofocus.
Oh, my.
Hey, what time is it? Fuck time. Oh, jeez, dude. Come on. Give me a break here. All right. So Sam Rockwell's mama, Angelica Houston, she's mentally deteriorating.
nuts.
Yeah, she's nuts, and her condition's getting worse.
Dementia is setting in. yeah.
Right. And you get to see, like, through flashbacks how his whole life, she has fucked him up in the brain.
Yeah.
And worse than anything I've ever seen. Like dropping him off with a family to adopt him and then just showing him out of the blue and kidnapping him away. Taking him on scam after scam. So you can see how this guy is screwed up. Now with his mom going down the tubes, he's like, man, they're going to kick her out. She needs to not go upstairs. What can I do? And she gets a new hot little doctor. And he's like, I know. I'll seduce this doctor and get special treatment for my mom. and the doctor blows him off at first. Man, there's a lot of legs to this thing. Doctor blows him off at first, but then she decides, okay, I do want to have sex with you because I want you to give me a baby.
Oh, you talking about the blowing off thing? That wasn't like literally. Okay. I mean, a lot of sex in this movie. You got to choose your words carefully.
I don't remember that
true.
part.
That's true. She only wants to have sex with him in the church, in the chapel of the hospital.
Yeah.
And that's the one place he can't get it up because Jesus is looking down at him.
Isn't Jesus looking down at all of us by now?
Wow. Pretty much.
I mean, yeah, if he ain't done nothing yet, then we good.
Well, you got Mr. T over here, the bobblehead Mr. T looking down on all of us right now.
But you know what he's saying. Yeah, nail that shit, fool.
No, the jibber jabber. Get down to the hump.
Yeah, hump the jibber jabber, get the humping. But no, but we forgot the most disturbing thing about this movie.
Whoa, geez, what's the most disturbing thing?
He works at one of those colonial reenactment colonies.
Yeah, that's right.
Where they have to talk in.
That's the best part.
Now,
And
sir,
ye
how
old
are you?
English.
Yes. Ye old, good day to you, ye old, E-I-O, sir. But
Yeah, everybody talks like Thor from Marvel Comics.
so as you can see, now look, the way we're describing this movie might seem like, well, these guys don't have it straight. It's all a jumble. But that's kind of the problem with the movie is that it's a lot of plot here to kind of combine together and kind of seem into some straight storyline or some straight narrative. And there's a lot of things that don't get resolved. You forget about some plot lines. You wonder what's going to happen here. And I don't know with the book. I'm sure as a reader, you got more insight. You got into the character's thoughts maybe, and then it made sense. But here, even though I liked the movie, I thought they handled very well what they had. I thought that somehow it was just a little convoluted.
It's hard for me to argue that what you just said is a problem because, yeah, it kind of is. But to me, I saw it as sort of like a beautiful chaos. Like, despite all that's going on, you're still able to follow the movie. It's got some great dialogue. A lot of funny parts, funny and disturbing at the same time. Mm-hmm. And for this guy, Clark Gregg, first time director, who's also an actor in the movie.
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job of filming a book that a lot of people said you can't film this book.
And if you don't know Clark Gregg, he was also the SHIELD agent. At the end of Iron Man, where he was like, I'm with SHIELD, the guy in the suit. So.
Yeah, and he's he plays the husband on the New Adventures of Old Christine.
Oh, okay. So, guys, he's a character actor that everybody would probably recognize.
He's a working.
Yeah, he's getting that money. But yeah, you're right. With a story like this, I don't disagree with you at all. I think he did very well with what you had. I mean, look, this is a movie that a lot of people probably read and thought this is unfilmable.
Yeah.
And for somebody to attempt it and to even make it remotely make sense, because it does make sense. It's just a lot of stuff going on. It's almost like it's almost like a perverted soap opera with the same character in every storyline.
To me, this is one of those films that separates the men from the boys. Because there's going to be plenty of people who will be like, man, I couldn't figure out what that movie was all about. Just going to walk away going, oh, God, it was stupid. There's some people who will get engaged and want to figure it out, who want to go along with the journey, have that quest for knowledge.
I'm in.
Those are the men.
Well, it is true. I mean, it's one of those movies. It's going to test your boundaries. I mean, you basically, like I said, you got to be kind of into fucked up shit.
Well, if you read plenty of the Chuck Palahniuk, Leon, books. That's all those books are about.
It's
they're
almost
all about really fucked up people.
Yeah, no,
they're great reads and they're quick reads too.
It's a disturbing movie with a heart. It's not. It doesn't cross that boundary of being so disturbing that when you walked out, you were like, "Wow, I just feel completely disgusted and dirty. I want to kill myself." Because by the end of the movie, it does come to some resolve where these people work their way out. They work the situations out in the best way that they can, being these kind of messed up people.
Right. And there's no like happy little birds tweeting ending to it. I mean, it ends. It resolves, but you go like, dang, dude, that's really messed up.
Some tweeting, but ain't no bird. but it's in fact, when we were at the screening, we saw like a couple. They got up and they just like, harumph. How dare you people watch this filth? You see the shadows? I mean, they were in silhouette. You couldn't even see their facial expression, but you saw that brow on that guy, kind of mad and coming forward. You saw the bottom lip sticking out. I can't believe I got duped into seeing such trash. Come, woman. Let's go watch Knights in Rodanthe. But
down in front,
sit your ass down. Yeah, throw some popcorn at his ass.
That's when you know a movie's great.
When you're offending
people
somebody.
Are running out. That's my kind of movie.
But no, I would give this movie a matinee. Like I said, I did have problems with the narrative, but it's a juggling act that they caught the balls before they dropped.
This may be a stupid question, but Would this be somewhat of a good companion piece with Fight Club if
No.
you were to watch it? I mean, does it have any
You know what?
kind of...
There's so many things about it that's similar. If you put them together, you wouldn't help but be able to compare them and see how it didn't quite measure up. However, if you are a fan of Fight Club and you know it's been a long time since anything like that,
Yeah.
it's a good little thing to wet your whistle.
Cool.
The reason why I would like not try to hold it up to Fight Club
Yeah.
is because the budget is lower,
Right.
and the visuals are just not there. The Fight Club worked because it had a visual energy to it that when everyone saw it, they were like, "Wow, this movie is it's disturbing, but it's fun to watch." This one doesn't have the visual imagination of Fight Club, so I think it would. And that's a good thing to mention too. If you know about this writer, if you know about this movie, and you're going to see it, and you have Fight Club lingering over your head, thinking that you're going to get another one, I wouldn't do that. You have to take this movie on its own. It really is a different film, even though it has some of the same themes.
Granted, but I give this movie extra points for getting out there, giving it a shot, being brave, and succeeding at more than it failed at. And co-host,
Yes.
I'm gonna give it full price.
Awesome. All right. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
Okay, look, I
What
like
do
the way he turned you against me. Look at that.
What are you going to give it?
Did I not give it a matinee?
You gave it a matinee.
Did you give it a matinee?
Yeah, you're not
Okay,
you're
I'm
not
sorry.
listening to me.
I never pay attention to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently.